To be exact, it's the 12th of January. We're moving right along. It's just hump day for those that didn't realize it, but it is. It's the middle of the week. Uh, with the happy hour, this is the Black Indigenous People of Color Wind Down. This is just our recap of what's going on through the days. I'm Uncle Ray. I got Dennis. I got Brother Bobby. How y'all doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Just got a compliment on my skin.
Right, ain't nothing wrong with having good quality skin,
Talking about,
especially when it shines. Mm-hmm.
Talking about I got on makeup. That's that shea butter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Is this something you're trying to show us, Dennis?
I was, but I guess I messed up again because I'm not perfect like some people.
Like my skin.
Let me try it again.
Right. Keep that skin.
Like the melanin.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to get in on that skin.
Yes, and Miss Andrea.
Andrea Jenkins.
And Philip E. Cunningham.
Well, Philip Cunningham didn't make it this time, but Andrea Jenkins is the first elect trans city council president. Not assistant, not runner-up, number one.
Well, can you scroll us up so we can take a look?
Stops here.
Act like you know. Don't let me turn on that song from TikTok.
Andrea is such a beautiful person and harsh. I love working with Andrea.
They congratulate her on her new role at the city council.
Yeah, they both are.
You haven't done it yet?
No, I haven't had a chance to actually call her and stand on and say
congratulations. Well,
yes.
We're formally putting it out there now to say congratulations. We are proud of you. Y'all better act like you know.
We're behind you all the way, and looking forward to doing a lot of things this year together.
We got a lot of work to do, she said.
Mm-hmm. And PLC and the city council will be doing work together as well. If that wasn't clear.
We're definitely going to petition the city council to get the mayor to sign a proclamation to make Black Pride or August Black Pride Month.
Okay. So there's one of the things. What else you got planned?
Civic engagement, working with the city council on making sure that you know your city officials, who they are, who you can go to, you have a problem, what section, what part of town you live in, who is your city council in your neck of the woods, all that.
Wow. That is a great thing to be doing to make sure that everybody definitely knows who's in and who's out. And what they do and how they can help.
Well, Andrea Jenkins is over the 8th Ward. That's over South Minneapolis. Even though she's the president, still have a section to be over. So I think we have like 13 other ones that's different parts of the city. We have a new person that's over north in Philip Cunningham's position. I think it's a Black woman. I can't think of her name. But I think we got to get to meet these people and work with them in your prospective neighborhood to make sure whatever you need to do or get done is done.
And then if we need to help show you, because due to the fact we are Minnesota PLC Pride, so that means we take care of all of Minnesota, we'll direct you the way to get to your council member. If you live in Marshall or any place like that, we'll direct you to see how you can get in contact with who you need to get in contact with, not only in the Twin Cities.
But even had to get involved. So again,
what was that, Dennis? You said how to get involved.
Right. I mean, if you want to get involved with any kind of political situation, you got a pothole in your area you can get filled. Your neighbors are being too loud or music after 10 o'clock. All this is to go through your city council person, let them know so they can do something about it. You have police problems in your neighborhood. All that goes to city council. Local politics really makes a difference on how you live every day. You can worry about the presidency, but it's not going to affect your living every day. These people right here, Andrea Jenkins, you want the person to talk to, to change your everyday life and what we can and cannot do in our neighborhoods.
So is Andrea Jenkins right there with the mayor, or do they not work together?
Well, the city council and the mayor do work together. In Minneapolis, we have a strong city council and kind of a weak mayor, but they do work in tandem.
Awesome.
Not anymore.
Huh?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Some power.
Well,
that's right. City council signed all the power over to them.
Yep, gave them some more power.
But we'll see how he takes that because it's still new, and that old mentality is still set in. We know this.
But the old
city council is
mentality
strong.
can be set in, but if they've written in and gave him the power, that doesn't change anything. He still got the power. He got veto ability.
All right, for what's his name? He-Man, I am power.
He is the one.
This has nothing to do with the mayor. This has something to do with Andrew Jenkins, and congratulating Andrew Jenkins on her win as president of the city council.
Hey.
Yeah, and I
Three
want to thank them,
cheers.
and I want to thank them all for keeping me safe for the last 3 years. Shit, because I look at other states, they fucked. The ones that here helped us a whole lot from the governor.
Well, why do you
down.
say that? Why do you say that?
We do have
because
progressive
I
city
look at it,
council
for
people.
instance, if we was in Florida, we would be fighting for tests. They had 1 million tests that go expire. We wouldn't have tests to go check ourselves. We wouldn't have places to go get a COVID shot or different things like that. Our children would not be mandated to do certain things. You know, here in Minnesota, I'm literally safe. I'm from Washington, D.C. Even though there's a black mayor there, they still ain't doing all the precautions that need to be done. You know what I'm saying? So me being in Minnesota, I say kudos because he has the governor and everyone else that's behind him has kept me safe for the last 2-3 years from COVID. Making sure that I get my test, make sure I was able to get my shots, make sure my son was going to get sick and close the schools and different things like that. I thank you all because no one else is doing it like you. You go to Texas, you fuck. You go to Georgia, you screwed. You know what I'm saying? So that's
sometimes it is definitely like that.
Huh?
Let's shout out Governor Waltz.
Yes.
But
regardless of all the backlash.
Non-profit organization, and we don't support or endorse any particular candidates.
No, we're just talking about what's being done and has been done.
Yes. Personally, we can endorse whoever we want.
Yeah, I'm not endorsing anybody. I'm just saying thank you from Bobby.
The bottom of my heart. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm looking at these
but
people.
They on the ballot this year. So, you know what I'm saying? Thank them there.
I will.
Right, we're thinking our political staff that's been doing this for the last couple of years. Thank you. Whatever affiliation, thank you to those in political places.
Yes, because we had to have the opposition and the what is it called, the pros and the cons.
Well, you gotta have two sides, a minimum of two sides to create a story. You gotta have that.
Right, you got the heroes and the villains.
If that's how you look at it,
everything has a heroes and villains, depending on who your hero is, who the villain is.
If that's how you look at it, I am not going to argue with
you. Okay, I was waiting.
No,
I got my boxer shoes on tonight. I'm ready.
That is your opinion, and we're gonna let you stick with it.
You can't be fighting pregnant.
Right.
That's the best time to fight.
Pregnant?
Yes. You know, when I was little, you can't hit a pregnant woman back. You got to take the hits. So I already know that. You got to.
So now that you grown, you can just hit anybody.
That was
if you're pregnant.
Like I said, now that you grown, you said when you was little.
Yeah, when there was a pregnant woman back in the day, she could hit you. You couldn't hit her back. You just had to hold her. Baby.
So what you saying is we can't hit you now.
No, that's why you get away with it when you're pregnant. I was emotional.
These days, these kids don't do that.
What do you mean?
What? These pregnant girls fighting all the time.
Yeah, they fighting. They don't have respect for pregnant women.
Yeah, pregnant woman. Well, first of all, pregnant women don't have respect for being pregnant. She want to fight. She started the fight.
Act like you know.
Yeah, some of them do, man.
They start them fights. I'm like, girl, why are you trying to fight? You got a second person on you.
Well, it's two people eating, two people fighting.
No, it's only two people fighting, but one is sitting back. There's three people involved, but there's two people fighting.
They need to get more class.
There's one good hit and that one is out.
They need to get more class and be like the phenomenal woman that Maya Angelou was talking about.
They were.
What was she talking about?
The phenomenal woman.
The phenomenal woman. What is the phenomenal woman?
That's not me.
For those,
That's
I'm
fine.
definitely not me. For those of us that don't know about it,
Well, speaking of Maya Angelou, she's the first become the first black woman on a quarter. You want to see it?
Yes.
where's my Angela? Oh, her name is on there.
That's her. That's supposed to be the.
That's her
she was
name.
skinny.
That's her name. That's her name.
Act like you know.
Bro, that's just her name.
Well,
I am proud of her. So they chose her over Harriet Tubman. Is that why you brought that up?
he brought Maya Angelou up. I thought I would like, she got first black woman on a quarter or any money. I mean, they put her on a quarter, but she should got it on $1 or $quarter or something. But that's Susan B. Anthony. But I mean, I guess it could have been Harriet Tubman, but Maya Angelou is more.
I think Harriet's going on a $20 bill.
So just a quick question. I heard on the Tiki that like we get excited for something like this, but you don't see any other races, you know what I'm saying, getting these feel good type resolves to the fucked up way that this country has treated them. They get checks.
And well, as you see, we just got this.
Putting somebody on a quarter, but on the other side of the quarter is what building that was built by slaves,
And the man hanging off the building.
okay. And so it's, like, is this, as black people, are we just gonna be okay with them taking Aunt Jemima off the syrup and all, and the Uncle Ben's off the whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like the surface level shit that they're giving us, instead of giving us reparations like they gave Japanese folks, like they gave Native folks, or the opportunity for reparations. Like, well, I don't understand.
The hatred America has for you, dark-skinned people, is big. Because today is January 12th. So we have to say January of 2022, the first black person was ever put on that type of object that's visually seen every day.
I understand what Steiner said.
100%. I understand what she said. 100%.
But honestly, it was not the first black person on there. If you turn your quarter around or any object of it, their building that she's talking about that everybody think is a lantern hanging from the White House is actually a human being.
On what picture are we talking about?
Look at the back of your penny or quarter or dime. Is the White House, right? The house of a White House. And then you can even pull out the dollar. The dollar bill is the picture of the White House. And then that thing that they got hanging right there, I heard it from Tickety Top too. That was a human.
Oh, TikTok strikes again.
Well, it's historians. Hold on, don't come. It'd be literally historians on it.
And they do cause you to think about things.
Right, I get you.
You should think about those.
Like a little known fact. Like the little known fact. Even though that building that they talking about, the monument and all those statues and buildings,
it's not on the dollar.
They transported them slaves across the Potomac River for them to work. And then the working class, they lived in Georgetown, which is now the white neighborhood. They drove us working class people from out of Georgetown over to Southeast. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of history from DC that I didn't know being a Washingtonian, that I'm learning more and more now from historians that's taking to social media. They necessarily don't go to Facebook, and they might do Facebook, but at the moment they want to hit the masses and children and teach these kids. Everybody on Facebook is over 35.
I get it. I got one more question to ask, and I want to know what y'all think about this.
Story about fast food. KFC is expanding its meatless chicken to all members of its chains. And the Beyond Meat product will be available starting next Monday, but only for a limited time. The popular fried chicken chain is counting on customers who are making healthier choices to fulfill their New Year's resolutions. According to CNBC, more Americans are embracing a so-called flexitarian diet. I love that term, which consumers cut down on their meat consumption for health and environmental reasons. It's driven the development and availability of plant-based substitutes nationwide. So
Matt's been ahead of this curve for years.
well, he always says he's selectively vegan, right?
I
Is that
know.
what it is?
I love
That's
that term.
exactly what it is.
Selectively vegan. It's
so
like
good.
that's not really one that you can have a lot of gray area.
When it's
there.
convenient
Yeah.
and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a hard diet to stick to. All right, so there's 2 Beyond Meat chicken strips, and the calories work out to this: 230 calories, 150 milligrams of sodium, 12 grams of fat. Okay, that's the Beyond Meat.
right.
If you go over to the actual chicken, one extra crispy tender is 140 calories, 320
Yeah,
milligrams
that's
of
the
sodium,
killer right there.
and 7 grams of fat. So you're doing the trade-off with that sodium versus fat.
Yeah, and
So what do y'all think about Beyond Chicken? What's,
I had by my best friend, then my
Ray,
brisket,
what's
by my brisket being by my brisket being a vegan. You understand? I understand it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. It gives them options the same way as cannibals can get it. You know they
So you
serve
got-
human. You know they serve human food too, right? They use humans for food too, right?
is that soy and green?
No,
Who's in
I'm
the-
being honest. They call it something. It's manufacturing something. I seen on. I'm like, hold on, let me get it real quick.
TikTok again? No. No, but so
I don't know if I can get down with that. I mean, I understand the alternative foods, but
So you don't want to Beyond Beef and no Beyond Chicken?
But that way,
No.
you and your friends that are vegetarians can go out and eat together because they will have options. A lot of times, all they could do was eat a French fry or something because they couldn't eat anything else. But now they got some fake meat.
oh Lord,
It's
well,
not
yeah, for
fake,
those,
it's plant-based.
it's fake meat. They're marketing it as meat, but yet
Yeah, it's probably looking like the stuff they make Doritos out of. Did you see that on the TikTok too?
Yeah, they made fire out of that too. If you need some kindling, you can use Doritos. I never knew that.
wow, I can't believe it's something you didn't know.
Well, you know what? I never use Doritos to start my fire because I don't like to use like the lighter fluid or gas.
You don't like to use food.
Huh?
You don't like
I
to
don't
use
like-
food to start your fire.
I don't like to use gas or lighter fluid. Because
But you'll use food now.
I will use anything to make the fire naturally instead of using gas or lighter fluid. But Doritos, they seem to work.
And those would be natural and all
There's
that
no
to start
gas
your
or-
fire.
Right.
Because that means something on them Doritos.
Right. I mean, I'm hearing that, but it's apparently Dennis ain't. Okay.
It's
and
made of
you're
corn.
consuming that.
It's made of corn, and corn is a fuel and it burns.
So it's other stuff that they put in it that is illegal.
Bobby, don't try to scare me.
No, I'm dead.
Why would you
serious.
think it's the corn that burns?
Dennis,
If you
Because
look
I
at a
wanna think-
cornfield, they don't
Because
burn.
I need to think that for my walking Dorito.
No, Dennis, honestly, the food they feed us here is to keep us sick, so they can make us make their money.
Jesus Christ, but it's so
I'm
good.
serious. I'm serious. I'm looking at people that say this woman says she's been to Germany for 30 days or some shit like that, and she lost 12 pounds, still eating the same bullshit she was eating here, but it don't have all the preservatives and add-ons that Americans should have because it's illegal in different places. You go there, you get oatmeal, you know what I'm saying? Here you get oatmeal plus some words that you can't even pronounce.
Well,
To keep it
yeah.
real with you, you look at the bottom of whatever you got. Mountain Dew is illegal in certain places.
It should be. You use that to clean your car engine.
But Mountain Dew is so good.
You still
But
use
it's
it to clean your
illegal.
car
See,
engine.
American food. That's why a lot of Americans talk about go vegan because they fucking us here. They killing us. Everything that we eat is something wrong with it. All the
Seasoning.
additives. They give us corn, the oils, the corn oil, the vegetable oil. We ain't supposed to be taking that shit and eating that. That's unhealthy for us.
So you
You
suggest we
understand what
don't
I'm
eat?
saying? Huh?
You suggest that we don't eat?
Say it again.
How
You
did you get
suggest
that? How
that
did
we
you
don't
get
eat?
that? How do you get that he suggested that you don't eat?
Because what I mean, what we gonna eat? It's good.
I had a
It ain't-
lovely breakfast. I had oranges. I had a slice of. I had some blueberries, some apples. You know.
Do you
For
eat
lunch,
those kind of things, Dennis?
No, I would eat an apple,
Oh, you would
but that's
if
good.
it had meat rubbed on,
You eat more apples or
but it
piece
had
of
to be
bacon.
wrapped in caramel.
or at least bacon.
Oh yes, caramel and bacon. Don't tease me.
Just saying. That's your dietary thing. Is that American? Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
you're 100% American. Yeah.
that's just how you grew up. I mean,
And you couldn't change anything
No,
just
that's
because
not how
that's
you
where you
grew
grew
up.
up.
That's not how you grew up. Your mama is an old school woman, regardless of how much money she may have. She had a lot of Southern roots in her, and I'm pretty sure she made you eat some greens.
And she didn't have you eating pork.
true.
You understand? So don't act like you was.
And
raised-
you were a vegan growing up.
I was a vegetarian, not a vegan.
Oh, you were a vegetarian. Are you a vegetarian today?
I don't even
So
know what
you
that means.
did change.
I don't even know what a vegetarian is.
Do you even
Right.
eat vegetables?
No.
Sad.
Right. This is terrible.
Like
But
I'm
I
about
will-
to eat a nice.
I will eat a
piece
potato
of
if I
roasted-
fry it.
I'm about to do some roasted broccoli with some avocado oil and some Himalaya salt and some fresh black pepper and some garlic. Yo, that is gonna be so delicious tonight. You understand? I love vegetables. Oh, you take
Vegetables are
cabbage,
good for your skin. That's how come you can
and
have
then you
beautiful
don't
melanated
boil it.
skin.
You don't boil it and have it like a limp. You need Viagra. You don't boil
Don't
it.
you boil your green stuff, Dennis, till the skin fall off?
Like what?
Cabbage.
Well, I mean,
Broccoli.
I don't know. How
Don't
else
you
do that?
boil that? Don't you boil your cabbage when you cook it? You boil it
How are you supposed to cook it?
for 3 or 4 hours.
Mm-mm.
Oh Lord!
You boil your meat first, then they get to boiling. Then you stick your cabbage in there after it gets to boiling.
So
Into the
why would-
cabbage.
why
And boiling water.
So you put in water and right. How you doing?
Oh, gross!
You put in water because vegetables are made of water. Vegetables have their
And
own.
then you boil all the nutrients off of them.
You might as well. You might as
I
well
drink-
throw the vegetable
I use the
away.
juice. I drink the juice on my cornbread.
That's the best thing to do then because the juice has all the nutrients in it.
You take just a spoonful and put on your cornbread. All
That's
the
a
rest of
lot.
the stuff is still in the
Listen,
pot.
listen, sweetie. I rather have the juice than the actual.
So
cabbage.
you dip your cornbread in and make soggy bread on your plate.
Yeah, if you don't like it, I
That's
like it.
still all the nutrients is in the pot with the rest of the juice you just boiled off the cabbage.
That's how I learned to cook it. So that's
Well,
Listen.
I'm gonna teach you another way. You take some oil, you cut your cabbage up, take some oil, salt, pepper, whatever you want to put on it. You gotta season it, Dennis. You can put some Tony's on it. You can put
Don't over season it because it will be bad.
then you put it in the oven and let it roast.
with the oven.
Yes, child. You don't cook everything. You don't boil everything.
In his
You put a
life,
nice-
because he did when he was little, they boiled everything.
You get a nice roasted cabbage, man. That shit is a little al dente. You still got a little crunch to it. Same way I like my string beans.
Still gotta have that little crunch. Or you could even smother the cabbage. You don't have to boil it.
Why would you smother cabbage?
Why would you smother? Because it's
It's already
awesome.
dead.
With cabbage and potatoes and just a little bit of sausage all in that and smother that together. That is awesome. Little onion. And your seasonings, don't forget your seasonings. That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's no boiling involved in any of that.
I
Saute
guess.
it all together. Yum, 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 yum.
Mm-hmm.
You get it swelling your toes and with a piece of cornbread. Mhm.
Well, probably if you get out of that colonizing cookbook, you'd probably be a better cook. But that's how y'all grew up. I'm sorry.
I mean, my grandparents did it. They didn't know no better, but they did drink the juice though. They would drink the pot
Drinking the
juice.
juice. I drink that
That's the
juice.
best thing they would have. Take their pot juice and put it in some
Yeah, because they done boiled all the nutrients
Cornbread.
off everything, huh?
They put it with some cornbread.
yeah.
I told Ray. Ray don't know nothing about that.
They do it with the greens, or they do it with the
Hot liquor, that's what they call it.
They call it what?
Hot
Hot.
liquor.
Hot
Yes.
liquor. Nope, don't do it. I don't personally do all that.
They be like,
Hot
they
liquor
say-
make you fat and have high blood pressure and
Oh,
diabetes.
great
they say,
us.
baby, go in there and take a shot of that pot liquor. You be all right. It would knock out every cold that you have.
Yes, I agree.
What will knock out every cold you got?
That
Hot
pot
liquor. Oh,
Right, they
Lord.
say that because all the seasonings like the onion, the garlic, you know what I mean? All those have health benefits. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they say you go take a sip of that because and then the nutrients from the cabbage. I wonder what cabbage is. What's the benefits of cabbage?
Mhm.
Look at that.
What's
It
the
tastes so good. And it's the only light green vegetable that's actually good for you. Because most of the vegetables that are good for you are dark green.
So it's good
Because
for
green
the heart.
is it. Mhm.
And since it eases inflammation, it can help prevent heart disease.
Woo.
So cabbage is good for heart disease.
Awesome.
Mhm. So everything. That's why they don't want you to eat certain things or do certain things. Everything on this earth is beneficial to us. We don't need these pills that they give us. These pills are what's killing us.
Yeah, because before the pharmaceutical companies were built, they had medicine and people still lived.
That's the reason why
They didn't have to go to the pharmaceutical companies or go to the.
That's why
You
they
with
call
you with your
everything.
grandma.
That's why
Yeah,
they
she
call.
went to the field and picked out your medicine.
That's why they call it witch doctors.
Right.
They try to scare you. You know what I'm saying?
That
witch
is how
doctor.
that came about. The witch doctor knew all the herbs and stuff to keep you from dying.
That's why they banned the Indians from practicing their health treatments and different things.
The Indians, the Polynesians, every culture. It stopped every culture from doing their own medicinal traditions to
And
take
you
up
wonder-
the Western way of doing things.
I wonder how Africa is doing with the coronavirus. Because they
Horrible.
They are.
Horrible. Yes, because a lot of them can't get the vaccine, can't get to those places. And there's a lot of dark ones over there. They're not rushing to get to those places.
Well,
Unless you're living in South Africa.
Well, they ain't here in the United States. They ain't rushing to give it to you in Florida either.
Well, no, because the state government don't want you to have them. I got to keep y'all sick so y'all believe the stuff that I say.
What do y'all
How does
think
that work?
the impact is going to be on traveling this year?
Oh,
Are we not going to be able to go nowhere?
well, let me throw this out. I mean, not to change it, but I'm going to just alter that a little bit. Y'all know starting January 19th, to go out to eat and things like that, you got to have your proof of vaccine in Minneapolis. You got to have proof of vaccines to do a lot of that. I can even, it starts on the 19th. Yeah, let's see. I just want to make sure, blah, blah.
Nobody restaurant, no way, so.
I'll even pull it up. Dennis, can I get control of the screen real
Okay, I
fast?
will go to the restaurant, but it had to be with, they have like certain. I went to Buffalo Wild Wings the other day. They really social distance. You understand what I'm saying? It was like you was around nobody, which was good. You know how scared I was. So
It's Minneapolis and St. Paul. Have to show proof in order to eat at city food and drink establishments. Starting on the 19th, and indoor diners will have the choice of showing two things. Proof they are fully vaccinated against COVID-19, meaning it's been 2 weeks since receiving the final dose of a vaccine series, so booster not required, or proof of a negative PCR test. Starting next week. And this includes into restaurants, coffee shops, cafes, bars, sporting venues, theaters, bowling alleys, convention centers, and catering halls.
I understand because if it's being passed the way that it is being passed,
Well, how long do you sit and wait on the non-vaccines to decide?
well, some people's doing it now because they can't do certain things.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Which they should have been done, you know. But
right.
you know, I can't get mad at nobody. You know, folks they have reservations. You know, they've been
You do
fucking
it
us
when you
for years.
decide.
So, but but I feel that it took me a while. It took me a minute. You feel me? It really did. You know, so I can't judge no one else because I had to get comfortable with it. You know what I mean? For me to put it inside myself, it's my body. So when someone tried to regulate that,
Have you had any adverse effects with the vaccine? Since
have I
you
had
have
any adverse?
adverse
Actually, I
effects?
lost weight since I had the vaccine.
So are you trying to change the purpose of the vaccine now for everybody? You're repurposing that vaccine. It's not for COVID, but if you need to lose a couple.
But no, I haven't heard. I got any side effects or anything. Same way with when I go get the flu shot.
Right. So I didn't have any side effects or anything like that. And honestly, like I said, I have not had to go to the hospital. I have not gotten sick enough to where I even had to call somebody to help me. No.
But also I take precautions regardless. I do have the vaccine. I'm not out there just not walking around with no mask on, not wearing my mask properly. I wear, or just being out there just being stupid. It's an airborne disease. Regardless if you got the COVID vaccine or not, you still can catch it and you still can spread it. You still got to be smart. I'm sorry. People think just because you got the vaccine, oh, I'm safe. No, the fuck you're not. You know what I'm saying? You could be one of them breakthrough cases.
That's why I'm like, what do they mean? They're gonna make sure everybody got a vaccine card. That don't mean that they still can't spread COVID. You know what I'm saying? They're still gonna
Well, if
be.
you got the vaccine card, it means you're not dying. And
No, but you can still spread it.
well,
And
hopefully everybody vaccinated.
well, my friend just got it. She was boosted, and she said it was like a really, really bad cold.
She didn't get. They had to go to the hospital or any of that kind of stuff.
You have to go to the hospital, but
Right.
you still can get it and pass it.
Now they're
Right.
suggesting a fourth shot.
Where?
What do you mean where?
Is that in the United States or is it in the UK or is it in? I mean, because so far I hadn't heard in America talking about a fourth shot. So that's why I'm asking you where.
This is in Michigan.
For which patients?
The ones with higher risk.
Okay, since you won't let us read anything.
You can't see it?
No.
Well, you got to do whatever you need to do to protect yourself.
Please, everybody do it. Mm-hmm.
If it takes you to get a bubble and walk yourself around in it, do it. I'm all for it. I'm gonna laugh at you, but I'm gonna say that's a smart motherfucker right there because I need one. I need one supersized. You understand what I'm saying? I just told my spouse I need an astronaut suit. To be real with you, if the shit catching and spreading like it is, we need to be walking around here like who did it and what for. Yes, Bobby got a big astronaut suit on. So
population control.
So how are we supposed to date in this shit?
Population control. You can't date and all that shit. I mean, it's worse than HIV was because you don't know who's gonna do what, how you gonna turn out.
You ask for the vaccination card and a 72-hour COVID test.
And also bring in your last HIV test.
And 2 weeks quarantine before you come up.
Right. See, so much you gotta go through just to get a date.
But it's also taking us back in time where people won't really get in the kitchen and cook and do.
Wow. Oh Lord, I'd rather be in the kitchen.
Well, you may it's gonna probably
because how you gonna go out? Because every time you go out, you risk more chances of being infected by somebody. But cook, could have had a cold. Nobody saw but the cook. You get your food, you get sick and don't know why.
That's
But
what
if
I'm
you
saying.
cooked your own stuff at home, you're not getting sick.
Yeah, candlelit dinner. That's what I might just do with my boo.
Right,
Candlelit dinner for Valentine's Day with some soft music.
right.
And, you know what I'm saying? Happy Valentine's.
Send the kid to the babysitter and just,
Little wine. Yeah.
right. Spread the herbs through the house. You're good. You're good. All that extra stuff, let's go out to dinner and sit there with a lot of other people and you don't know what they got. You had to touch the door to open up the door. You don't know what kind of bugs is on the door. I mean,
You
it's all
open the
kind of
door,
stuff.
you got to put hand sanitizer.
All of that. You got to, every time you turn around, you got to, you're going to
You
get
need to
something
walk
because with
around
the
with
hands.
you need to walk around with bottles of Lysol so when you sit down, you can spray.
Well,
Yeah.
unless you got gloves on, you're going to always keep putting the bugs
No,
on the
I need
Lysol
to-
or the
I need to-
sanitizer bottle.
I need to spray it so I know that when I sit down, Corona's not on my ass. So when I get in the car, it's going with me and then come in the house with me. So yeah, I be thinking all types of shit. Just keep it real with you. Thank God I have an indoor-outdoor kitchen. So I can do it in this winter. I can
An
cook
indoor,
inside.
outdoor kitchen. How does that work?
Oh, I have an outdoor kitchen and I have an indoor kitchen. You know, my best friend got a big ass smoker. We both got big. I have a smoker. I have an old fashioned smoker. They got the up age smoker. I have a big ass grill. I have an outdoor griddle. I have a fryer, a deep fryer. What else do I need? Just a watering station. I got a water hose. Bam.
I mean, I'm sure everybody on this screen has drank out of a water hose before.
Oh, we living. How you
You
doing?
can't live if you ain't drank out of a water hose.
I don't think you can't be. You haven't been in the.
I said, shout out Gen X.
See, from back in the day.
Yeah.
I think everyone experienced a fire hydrant.
Except Dennis.
Have you ever been in a fire hydrant?
No, we didn't. Oklahoma didn't get like that when we had to do the fire hydrants.
Oh man, that was one of the funnest things.
But I would have loved to have done it.
Yeah, that was so fun. And blackouts in the hood. I mean, it was scary but fun. You know what I mean?
That's before you had to be for the street lights.
No, the street lights are already off. Everything off.
Oh yeah, that's because it's a blackout. My bad.
But
Dennis, did y'all drink out of water hoses?
Hell yeah.
You know, your parents did different things.
That water wasn't good for because you always tasted the water was because it was always heated up outside.
That shit was good and cold. It was good for me.
See, always freezing cold.
That water hose water was nasty.
I think I drunk about 2.
But it was cold.
Every time I got a water hose. Shoot, it was fun. We played in the water.
That was the thing to do.
Right.
Right.
We went in the house. we even go to other people's houses and use their water. It's not necessarily yours. You know what I mean?
Right. You just need the water hose.
I just want something to drink. Ma'am, can I use your water hose real quick?
That's for the dog's bowl. You don't drink outside. That's nasty.
Yeah, for you bougie people. And we was bougie, but we drunk out of water hose.
Right.
So would y'all buy
You
Snoop
ain't
Dogg?
going in the house.
Would y'all buy Snoop Dogg's hot dogs?
Why not?
I'm surprised that he just came out with that.
Is these sold in the store or he's got a restaurant?
Guess they'll be sold in stores. Trademark Snoop Dogs. Oh, hot dogs and sausage products with the name Snoop Dogg.
That's good. He should
Gotta
have
make your money.
But he
Yeah,
should have been done that.
Cooking show with Martha Stewart.
Yeah, he could have had that. Well, that's probably why he got it now.
Yeah, that's what I said. Martha Stewart's his best friend. I got
Hooked him up. Dude, go and get you a little show, get you a little product, and let it work for you and pay you that residual monies.
Right.
But they was a good mix, Snoop and Martha. They was a good mix. I watched their show here and there.
Right. One felon and one not a felon.
No, both of them are felons, dude. Oh no, Snoop's not a felon.
Snoop's not a felon. How dare you?
Yeah, Snoop is not a felon.
All black people not felons, Ray.
Did you hear me? I said it before you did, dear.
No,
Snoop is not the felon. Martha is.
The black person is not the felon.
I said one felon and one not.
And Martha is the felon.
I didn't say who it was. You want to point
Don't
fingers?
say who it was. Martha is the felon for what was it? Insider trading.
Yes. And she did her time like an old.
Right. Went straight to the pen and came back out. Came back with cornrows.
Yes.
But you know, they were
And her
talking about
airplane.
it like,
Still dope, yo. She's still dope as hell.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Decorate, cook,
Oh yeah,
and
she's Martha Stewart. She's never gonna change
And
that.
she got CBD.
of
Martha's
course,
just-
why wouldn't she? She's Snoop's friend.
She's an entrepreneur, and what she was smoking weed before Snoop was born.
I didn't say weed. I said CBD. Allegedly.
I said weed. She smoked weed too. You said
said-
CBD that she's selling.
she
but
said
she
she was CBD in her
smoked weed.
coffee.
Yeah, but she smoked weed.
I don't know that.
I do because she smoked it on TV.
Ooh.
I have a friend that's going to DC tomorrow. I know I told you what I want. Please don't forget. Put the mumbo sauce on the side and have them fry the chicken hard. And you can get it the day that you leave. You don't have to get it the day before. I mean, right beforehand.
And those
You get it
blue
the day that
crabs.
you- I want the blue crabs too. Yes, I do. But you don't have to get that. I really want the chicken. I really want a steak and cheese from Eddie's with double meat and extra mayo.
See, Bobby, let that go. You don't need no extra meat and extra mayo. Let it go.
Double meat, extra mayo, extra cheese. Cut
Is
it-
Yes.
that Beyond Meat?
I said, again,
And so apparently this is not Beyond Meat. This is real meat.
ooh, really? I could just give you some money, give me some half smokes from Ben's Chili Bro, frozen, and you don't even
Half
have to get it
smokes.
cooked. I take that. Yes, it's half smoked, half hot dog, half sausage. Oh, it's the bomb.
I haven't heard of those, but that
Oh,
sounds
you
like
ever
something to
listen
try.
Oprah? Who else been there? Every president been to Ben's Chili Bro. Every president been to Ben's Chili Bro. That's a staple in DC. On
You
YouTube,
said Dan Shitty Bowl.
Ben's, BENS,
No, his Shitty Bowl.
Chili Bowl,
Oh,
chili.
chili. I thought you said Shitty Bowl. Like it was you saying Shitty Bowl. Okay, Chili Bowl. Dan's Chili Bowl.
No, Ben, BEN.
Okay, I'm gonna just quit.
I'm about to type it in here so you know.
It's like, ain't your mama?
She had a business, Dennis. She been gone for at least a year.
But she don't exist no more.
She been gone at least a year.
You see it?
I see it. Thank you. Now I can read it. I just wasn't understanding. It was me.
Yeah, it's a staple with Bill Cosby. He was on the wall of it for years until he got locked up. I don't know why they took him down. You're supposed to stand with your brothers. You
Mhm.
understand? You know, sir, okay, he fucked up. Shit, we had Marion Barry for our mayor. That he was more fucked up than anything. You understand what I'm saying? But we still stood by him and we still voted him in. That's the same way as black folks should have been with Bill. We all ran to the left. Okay, he fucked up. It was some fucked up shit that he did. We side-eyed his ass. You feel what I'm saying? But this turn our back on him. That's what they want us to do. That's what they try to do for Michael. Oh, he's a pervert because he want to stay by himself. Oh, he this and that. They did that. They want to put that out there because this was a black man. They turned white on their ass. But no, but this is a black man that's doing the damn thing.
It can happen.
He was
It
doing
can
the damn
happen.
thing.
A
He
black
was
man
the
can turn into a
motherfucker's
white
buying-
woman.
He bought the Beatles. He was buying motherfucking shit that they gotta pay him to use. You understand? This was they seen him as a nigger taking over, so they had to do something. Same way they was doing with Bill. Bill was sitting in the background about to buy some shit. They was like, fuck no, let's get him down. Let's cut him off. You understand? Now, pissing on people, you know, he pissed on people into water sports. Why we should shun him? I'm mad that he probably did it to children.
I just
It's
heard
fucked up
that
he
one.
did it to children.
Who are we
But-
talking about?
Now I'm talking about R. Kelly.
Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with pissing on people.
He was pissing
Yeah,
on
you can take a bath.
But some people into it, you know. But keeping people hostage and shit is fucked up. Let him do his time. Same way we did with OJ. We know he did it.
I don't think OJ did it. He was just running. He was just a high profile person and they had to pin it on
So
somebody.
he was a black man running from the cops. That's just our reflex. We run. I'm just saying. A cop come at you, you gonna look and you gonna jerk for a minute. What the fuck you coming after me for?
You're just gonna run just because you don't. They ain't supposed to be coming after you. Oh,
What the fuck you coming for me for? He know he didn't do it until he was proven guilty.
In their
well,
court.
they in their court, yeah.
It was well planned. He dropped the wrong. He dropped the small glove and everything. He planned that shit.
He dropped a small glove that couldn't fit his hand. Because if it didn't fit, it didn't fit.
You must have quit. So.
But we'll see how it is.
Johnny Cochran.
Yep, Johnny Cochran, rest his soul.
Rest his peace.
Mm-hmm. And all that good stuff.
So I'm just saying, they did what they did. It was fucked up. You know, we should not always turn our back on our folks.
Okay, I got a question. I wasn't going to do it, but I got a question. I was reading an article yesterday, and I just happened to run up on an article that said, maybe, that, well, let me change it. Do you think straight men feel that they are less than a man if they have a gay child?
Yes.
Do you think some mothers feel that they have done something wrong because they had a gay child?
It depends on the era.
What?
I think it depends on the era. What are you talking about?
This is a today thing because this gentleman that said he was the guy that said that he was felt that his life was over because he had a gay child. He's under 40.
I agree with that, Ray. Yes.
You agree with it that men and women feel like they've done something wrong because they've had a gay child.
Yes, and sometimes the child don't want to know that they let you know that their parents is gay because they get a little stigma about, you know, especially as men. If my dad was gay, I'd be ashamed of that.
Is that in today's age or is this in the 60s?
But what are you ashamed of?
Hindsight, listen, hindsight is 2020. Now, in today's world, since I do what I do, it doesn't bother me. But I know in the past, that would have bothered me if I found out my dad was gay.
But that's what I'm saying. It depends on the era. You understand? You was raised by older folks, and that's what they instilled in us.
Everybody that was born,
I was raised by the same parents that you're talking about. You know what I mean? That they believe in this, that, and the other. So we take our training from our parents, and it's still instilled into us.
Because everything is taught.
It's whether we push that onto our child. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to break the fold. You know what I mean? We can't do everything that our parents done and say everything our parents said.
But those born in today, gay is so common. I don't see how somebody would just feel that, oh, I failed as a person that I've had this gay child. That's so 20 years ago.
But I'm saying the person who is 50, 60, 70 years
they
old,
wouldn't be having young kids now.
No, I'm saying that, you know, that's generally how that starts.
That's
you know?
a lie.
What?
That show is.
No, I'm talking about they have young kids now, Ray. Oh, you got 50 years old. Look at Janet Jackson. She got a baby.
No, I'm not saying that part. I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, Ray, he said 50, 60-year-old people ain't having children. They
but the mindset
as quick as we are. Well,
you know, I talked to, I don't want to get this away, but I talked to a friend of mine the other day. We found out that a friend of ours back in the day, parents was gay, but they wasn't one who was protesting the most about gays should be shot, gays and the other. We found out that they had relationships with men back in the day as a father. So when I look at that, you know, I resent the fact when I was little, you know, that nobody knew about this person that was gay. But that person always protested gay was bad. You shouldn't be gay. This and the other. There's so much against it.
Because back then, motherfuckers was getting killed. Motherfuckers was getting bottles shoved at their ass and different things like that. Then let me tell you something. Back then, also, they used to hide it where a woman was their beard, as they used to say. You feel what I'm saying?
Some people still do that to this day.
And people, they two gay individuals, a gay male and a gay woman, and they both get married and have.
That's how I got married when I got married.
They still doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And they still keeping up the facade. They have to, because back then you couldn't be yourself. You feel? Those are the pioneers. That's why we are able to do the shit that we are doing today, because they went through some hell. Same way with our ancestors. They went through some hell for us to.
So do you still think they're feeling guilty now, as of today?
The kids or the parents?
Since we were the parents, because the parents would be our age.
I think the parents, if you don't get married, and have a wife and some kids, you really are an embarrassment to your family.
That's what you believe? That's what you believe?
Who says that?
Dennis?
Okay, I'll give an example. Even in today's world, even though they acknowledge the fact of being gay, they don't look at like the male and male relationship as they do my brother and his wife. My brother and his wife can do no wrong because he's married to a woman. My relationship with the man is not really acknowledged. They don't even remember my lover's name. They ain't gotta do nothing with him. But if he's got a wife, no matter what she said do, and they got kids, they're the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Maybe you should get a husband and they'll remember you.
Right. And you and your husband actually do something.
Like a husband. Because there's a difference
boyfriend
with that title. You know what I'm saying? A boyfriend to me, means like, that could be
just a friend, your boyfriend.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's something that could be temporary. But like, there's stuff behind that wife.
Marriage. That marriage title changes a lot of stuff.
Right. Maybe that's
so. I know that one of my friends is married, but he cheats on his wife and does everything underneath the sun. They know that, but they sweep underneath the rug. He can do anything he want to do, and nobody says anything. He got 6 different baby mamas. He got all kind of stuff he do at night, but he's married to a woman, and that's okay.
So what's the problem?
Everybody knows, right?
Huh?
You said everybody knows, though, right?
Well, secretly everybody knows, but they're only on the surface. And everybody knows he cheats, but we don't talk about it.
Do she know she cheats?
Right. If she know it, then that ain't nobody else.
And what's the problem? Right.
What's the problem?
They have an open relationship.
Hold on. Now, I can do the same thing, and since I'm a fact and do that, I'm talked about saying he in the park.
But you're not married. You're not married to anything.
Oh, you're
just doing it. You're not married.
We got 5 minutes. We can get off this conversation.
But that was the whole thing. Are you married or anything? No.
Yeah,
you're coming down with boyfriend.
Listen, Linda. He's married and cheating. They ain't got nothing to say about that.
Well, and you're not married, and you still just hold around.
So where is that? That don't make no damn sense.
Then you get married and see what they do.
You come out.
If I get married,
it's okay for me to cheat. He got 6 baby mamas. She knows something. She's
right.
She's
not that dumb.
She probably out there doing what she's doing. You don't know the situation that they have for her. A woman is not dumb. He got 6 baby mamas. She know he got 6 baby mamas.
And I think he messed around with men too, because he took me to the gay club.
It doesn't matter. Marriage changes stuff.
Everybody can be married and do the fucking thing you want to do.
Yes, because you're married.
What type of relationship you have? I mean,
it depends on the relationship.
Oh, y'all.
And even those old in the back of the day relationships still believe in that marriage thing. They don't believe in boyfriends and girlfriends. So I don't know what you think that could be the same.
There ain't no loyalty in that
bullshit. You change your rules every time something goes down. We just
and that's not, I mean, just because your marriage didn't work.
He didn't have a marriage.
He's sitting up here being bitter. Bobby is finna do this. Him and Milton. We can't be simply putting nasty stuff
Oh
about
no, I ain't
It's,
tripping
it's
over him
not.
because I know how my relationship is. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
Dennis can't
Everybody
make any
relationship,
claims. He didn't get married. He's never been married. So how do you
everybody
even judge that?
relationship
I
is
was married to my wife legally.
Yeah. I thought, yeah. I mean, he did.
I still got the marriage certificate.
And you
okay.
left her, right?
We left each other.
Okay. We're talking about the ones that are still together doing that kind of stuff.
But I knew
And
that I
why
was
didn't you
gay
leave?
and we couldn't be together.
Why couldn't you? Y'all still
Because he didn't
had
want to.
Right.
right. If you didn't want to, you still could have been doing you all
To
and
this
still been out
day.
there married
To
and
this day.
still giving up the facade that y'all a happy family and they don't know you got Tom in the bed and she got married.
Right.
You
That
understand
was
what I'm
your
saying?
choice.
Another gay couple that's your neighbor. You understand what I'm saying? So you never know. It all depends on the relationship. You could be, it's people out here that literally women got 2 boyfriends, or men got 2 girlfriends, 2 wives.
Right. So
Or
you're telling your family about a girlfriend or boyfriend. That's just in one ear, out the other, because girlfriend and boyfriends are temporary, like Simon said. They're not real.
it all depends on what you choose it to be.
Marriage
Communication.
can end in divorce. It's not real either.
Say it again.
What?
Marriage ends in divorce. It's not real either.
What do you mean? It's
That's
not
somebody's bitter. That's that bitter talking.
Yeah, because my marriage was real, even though like it ended. It didn't discount the shit that happened. Like it was, it was
It
real,
was what it was.
right?
But it ain't no need to be all bitter and judging everybody else's relationship
I
because
don't
yours didn't
understand why
work.
y'all bring the sanctity to marriage when it's just like a relationship. It don't mean nothing. It's
It does
man-made.
mean something.
It's a piece of paper the man gave you. The tax
Well,
purposes.
but did
My
you have that?
husband those vows
I
though.
don't
You know
file with
what
my
I'm saying? It ain't
husband.
got no fucking about no
I could be
paper.
married and filed separately. What the hell are you talking about?
Right. And then on top of that, they have papers.
Yeah.
They can prove that we have made an actual commitment. Your girlfriend and boyfriend, y'all ain't got no commitment. You just
No, if
shacking
I
up.
go to the hospital, he can go in there and make decisions for me if I'm not in.
Right. Your
It's
shack
set
partner
like
can't.
that. You know, if I pass on, you know what I'm saying, he know what I want. You understand? He know how grand I want my shit because I got a life insurance policy for it. You understand? So, you know, those things, a girlfriend or boyfriend can't make those type of decisions.
No, they're temporary. And why would your family get attached to somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend? You're not gonna be here for next Thanksgiving, girl or boy. Keep it moving. So that's what's the difference between a husband and your chippies.
Yeah, I'm leaving right there.
Yeah, like don't pull the plug or do this, fight for it.
Right.
Those are conversations you have with your mate. Your boyfriend can't go in there. Your sister, your
Right.
brother gonna overturn that.
Boyfriends and girlfriends have no power. They have no clout.
They're
You
gonna
have
look
no
at it like
clout.
that you or you.
Right. Oh, you
know?
came again? Oh, well, maybe y'all might try. Well, we'll check and see if you're next year.
You suck.
Right. Go.
That's just rude.
You mad now?
No, my relationship wasn't like that. That you gotta
Well,
be
we
making up
already
shit.
know that because you don't communicate.
Right. And you didn't marry any of your male partners, so how can you equate them to somebody that's married? These are just your chippies.
We couldn't get married. It wasn't allowed then.
What is allowed now? So what's your
It is. It's so it's been allowed at least for the last 10 years.
And
Well,
you ain't even had to,
I ain't got no lover now. It's
You're
too late.
welcome.
yes, thank you, Sina.
Yeah, that's
Because
fine.
I was
Yeah,
on the
that's
East Coast, everywhere on the East Coast is legal, but I didn't know it was legal over here, so I got it.
fine.
Then I found
It's
out
legal.
weed wasn't legal. I'm like, why did I move?
But we got half a minute and all that kind of stuff. We want to thank everybody again for joining us at the Bipoc Happy Hour. We're here on Wednesdays and Fridays now for your entertainment and sometimes good information that you need to know. There'll be more good and juicy stuff coming up that we're gonna share with y'all this year. So always stay tuned for something new that's gonna pop up.
And then also, if you need have any suggestions or any ideas, make sure you come to our board meeting every second Tuesday of the month. We'll give you more information on our website and on our social media platforms. So stay tuned because we want to hear from you to let us know what we can do for you. How you feel?
Right. Thank y'all, everybody. Peace out.
All right, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. Y'all did a good job.
Oh, thank you.